My name is Sophia Small King, and I am 47 years old. Today is the 8th of December 2017. The time right now is 2:12 a.m. This is Friday. This is called Prada. Prada Perfume Prada. This book is called The Burning Soul Book, John Connolly. This book is mine, written by me. Obedience. This book is written. It's called The Hours. It's written by Michael Cunningham. The question is, who has the rights? That's the question going out. To find out who has the rights to write. Who has the rights to sing songs? Who has the rights? Where the rights come from? The rights. The book was written. This book was written a long time ago. There are no rights. No rights on this book. None. The book was downloaded, copied many times and printed, and everybody can write it, call it back, change it, put it on New King versions, King James Version, every version. They know everything in the word. Who has the rights to preach the word? Can anyone preach the word? Anyone can preach the word. Can anyone do it? I registered a company in Boston, Massachusetts called The Ark. My intention was to speak the word. And I said, okay, I'll speak the word. Read Revelation 17. Then one of the seven angels who had the seven bowls came and talked with me, saying to me, come, I will show you the judgment of the great harlot who sits on many waters, with whom the kings of the earth committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth were made drunk with the wine of her fornications. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sitting on a scarlet beast, which was full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. The woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet, and adorned with gold and precious stones and pearls, having in her hand a golden cup full of abominations, and the filthiness of her fornication. And on her forehead a name was written, Mystery, Babylon, the great mother of harlots, and of the abominations of the earth. I saw the woman drunk with the blood of the saints, and of the blood of the martyrs of Jesus. And when I saw her, I marveled with great amazement. The meaning of the woman and the beast. But the angel said to me, why did you marvel? I will tell you the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carries her, which has the 7 heads and the 10 horns. The beast that you saw was and is not, and will ascend out of the bottomless pit and go to perdition. And those who dwell on the earth will marvel, whose names are not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they see the beast that was and is not and yet is. Here is the mind which has wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sits. There are also 7 kings. 5 have fallen, 1 is, and the other has not yet come. And when he comes, he must continue a short time. The beast that was, and is not, is himself also the 8th, and is of the 7, and is going to perdition. The 10 horns which you saw are the 10 kings, who have received no kingdom as yet, but they receive authority for 1 hour as kings with the beast. These are of one mind, and they will give their power and authority to the beast. They will make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb will overcome them. For he is the Lord of lords and King of kings, and those who are with him are called chosen and faithful. Then he said to me, the waters which you saw, where the harlot sits, are peoples, multitudes, nations, and tongues. And the 10 horns which you saw on the beast, these will hate the harlot, make her desolate and naked, eat her flesh and burn her with fire. For God has put into their hearts to fulfill his purpose, to be of one mind, and to give their kingdom to the beast, until the words of God are fulfilled. And the woman of whom you saw is that great city, who reigns over the kings of the earth. Revelation 17. Somebody, I don't know who, but they will figure it out. It's not for me. I just read it. The time, you read the word, is not for me at this time. By the time I just told you it's not for Sophia. The John Conley Burning Soul was for me. This is the book. This is the word. This is a burning soul. And I was a burning soul in this city called Boston, Massachusetts. It's a burning soul. It's a real soul that burns. So they knew the book. This is the book. The times change. And this, Hours, is also a book for me. The hours I spent in JFK. Queens General Hospital. Hours, 15 days. That I could not get up. Was all for me, a black woman. That's all it was for me to see how things are done. Right here. Call it on the ground. When you do wickedness to people. And then you can't get out. And you have a book called A Little Book John 8. All decipher the law. And the law said Bloomberg was from Boston, Massachusetts. And he wrote his finger, quoting the book, and said, you cannot get air, you cannot breathe air in Queens General Hospital. It's all locked down. All the windows are locked. And you cannot get outside. No one will take you out for a walk. You're in there. Once they put you in there, nobody can send you out, even though they have human rights written on the wall. That is modern 2017. That's fine for them. They will continue their own way. My principal matter is the DCF case, which resulted after I was locked up in Kearney Hospital on the 13th of July 2017. Another principality locked down in there 3 days without anyone saying or opening their mouth and saying, you are being watched. You will be watched. You'll be kept. Nobody said it to me. I got in there. They took my blood pressure. When they took my blood pressure, based on the 911 call, because someone called and said, oh, someone's out there behaving erratic. And they came and they got me. They took me from the place because I saw police with a gun. I don't know if you've heard it before in my previous recording. The police came. I saw the police with a gun. I said, no, I will not run. The thought came to me to run away. Because I said, I knew I did nothing. If I could just get away, I'd get back to my house. But I could not run. So they took me to Kearney Hospital. And took me there for 15 days. I'm sorry. Oh, dear. They can say Sophia crazy, right? Because Sophia messed up the time. No, 13th of July 2017. Right? They took me to Kearney Hospital. And kept me for 2 days. And I walked out there Saturday morning after they let me go. And I recognized I had to just keep quiet and say nothing. Don't say anything. After I was warned not to say anything, I stood quite quiet. They have a team called BEST team, BEST team, which is from Newton, Massachusetts. Came one person to decide they were the best. So I said the best has to wait for Massachusetts time to come. They have never been touched by anything. So something good is going to come their way. I just want someone to rise up for me, who could defend me, who could say come. They will come as an attorney, come forward to represent a black woman in 2017, who opened her mouth and said, I told the truth. I spoke the truth. And I got locked up in the hospital against my will. I could not get away. I tried again. I was tempted to run again in the hospital because I said, no, you can't take my blood. I got locked down there with an ID card, no ID card, no nothing to identify who I was, but just my face. And they kept me there for 3 days. I guess they have the rights to keep me on their rock. But the president said I can go out. That's what the president said, you can go. And I want to leave. I wanted to leave on the 31st of July 2017. I took my daughter to go to Barbados. When I got from Boston, Massachusetts, I took off my shoes. My shoes said, I'm leaving your city. I left my shoes, I put on my socks, and I walked away. I got to the airport, thought I had other shoes in my bag. There should be another set of pair of shoes. But they were in the carry-on bag and not the handbag. As in they were sent onto the plane. And then, when I got on the plane, we were able to get from Boston, got into New York. And when we got into New York, they brought the police straight away. Is this daughter yours? I don't know why they suspected anything. I think because I don't know if I was on the plane and I asked the air hostess, can I get a cup of tea, hot tea? And she brought it the last minute. I don't know if it was because I asked her for a blanket and she had an attitude and I kind of had an attitude with her too. I don't know if that was it. They called me on the plane, JetBlue. But I knew what it meant, striker. And they put me in a wheelchair in JFK and took me down. I saw how they could kill anyone. I was shown how they could kill you. And you could disappear, never knowing. That's how it's done. And I went to Queen's General Hospital. Stayed there for 15 days, can't get out again. Just sit there and watch. I said nothing. I can't fight this thing at all. There's no way I can fight it. And I said, can I get a lawyer to represent me? I look at the board. I saw they said they have legal human rights. Called the attorney. When I saw the attorney from Amherst, the same description of the hospital, I said, no, there's no way. That attorney came in there. He went behind the counter where the nurses are. No, that's a collusion. No, he cannot represent me. So I did not go with the attorney to even ask, because they said they'll have to wait for the judge to come up with a case again. So why would I call the attorney just to put myself backwards? Because they'll be pressuring myself and say, oh, I am going to fight them. So the attorney will have me working a case. Yes, working a case, getting money. Yes, working a case. No, I stood there and I waited to get out. So I want to know if someone can come forward. Can someone outside the 55 plots, who can come up? Can someone come up who can rise up? Because I don't know who will be willing to represent a black woman today. To say, yes, I am going to represent you for the injustice that was done to you because of an A51 report. And then they took my daughter and quoted me after I ran away. Because I saw the sign saying neglect. I knew that I would not neglect her. So I said, no, you're not going to put me in a system and say I neglect my daughter. That was a decision I took. So he says, you can't take a decision. You have to stick with them. Okay, fine. But let me off your rock. Let me get off your rock. And can I get any justice? Like I see the others getting some justice. Others get justice. Others get, quickly. TV shows, Channel 5, Channel 7, Channel 9, Channel 10, Channel 25. All with the cookies, cakes. I took it on my own. I said, okay, but I walk my own walk. I took it. I got my feet. I went up to the city hall. I dropped a letter off. I said, I am intelligent. I can write. I thought they would assign someone to look at the case. No, I don't know this. I don't know the system. I don't know the system of taking a child from anybody. I was never raised like that. So if they have a system in their country, they're 55 rocks, and they say, freedom and liberty. And then they say, they're going to take care of everybody. But I don't want a free phone. I don't want anything else from them. I prefer my daughter. I don't want a house. I want my daughter. I know how to live. I know how to live with less things than you pretending to say, come, get food stamps. I don't need it. That's beyond me. That's not nothing for me. A principle. Defeated. So what should I do? Just get some justice. Get justice for myself and walk away. Walk away and leave the city. That's what I do. Walk and leave the city. And the city is for the other people who live in it. Let them eat the rock and walk the city themselves and see. See, because there's no need to tell them anything. You have eyes. If they walk with their own eyes, they will see. They will enjoy their life. Enjoy it. Have many more years left. Many more. And once you have breath, once you get up a breath, I say, can I get justice? I just need justice. Because I had taught it before. Who have the rights to preach the word? Which my intention was to preach the word. And I want to do good things for people. To lift them up. But that's not the spirit. No. The spirit don't want it. Nothing to do with it. No. The word. Not the word. So the others here already. They have Channel 62. They have the word. They have so many. So because they have so many of what they've been doing, they know everything already. There's nothing left to teach them. They have the rights to open their mouth, change the word in the book. So the word, when they change the word, they don't understand it. They change everything, wrote their own books. They don't know. what they have done. So there's no need to tell them anything. Just walk off the rock. The rock. That's what you do, you walk. If you're given the opportunity to walk, Sophie says, you walk. But you have to have a guts that when you go back to your plot is yours to manage it. But the mind is to build the generations to come. Because the generations are the ones who will live. You have to provide for them. And let the others provide for themselves because the rock has been given to them. Don't fight them. Don't defeat them. Just leave them alone. And that's why I said I just want an attorney to rise up for me. One that could help me to fight the cause so that I can be polite and not negatively depict my cause. And say that I am Sophie Small King. I am eloquent and I mean that I will not fight. I did not fight the police officer. I did not fight the JFK. I did not fight Queen's General Hospital. I sat down to survive. Can someone rise up for me so that they can go in and defend me so that I will know if I can get $1 bill and not die like I saw all the rest dying. You say hello, ANA, and just wait for the end. Thank you. Goodbye. Help me to get